So where does the deck stand? That's a lot of your guys' questions. Where is the deck at now? It's been quite rough recently. We lost Kessler, and there's no denying that that was a huge hit. The new Bysstial cards add some sort of applicability, maybe. I was testing it, and the few times I tested it, it was a bit odd. It's cool that you can search the pseudo, which is really nice. Like against tier limit, right? You just summon it, banish something, and face search the pseudo. You have a Yazi line right there without having to commit anything, solely off of just one card. Basically, it makes your speeder access through XL. But then you face Sprite. Little to no opportunity to summon that thing, unless they play heavily into an Imperial line, which why would they? They make Gigantic as soon as possible, and then you're locked, you can't summon that thing. So it's like, oh my god, this could have been something else, you know? You take the good with the bad, I guess, but nonetheless, it was an inconvenient situation. You just don't want to catch yourself in. This made me really uncomfortable. I was like, oh, this is meant to be better than I thought it was, and it just wasn't, you know? It's really difficult because we need so many cards to function together. And seeing as what we have to deal with at the moment, I mean, it's not as like before where Tier would have like board presence and then you deal with the snow after the fact. You've Dark Wheelered or you evenly match them. You can reach snow. Whereas now, have this being able to mill and hold that interaction to then spin your card with the field spell with the other guy. Still don't know his name. The one that spins, the one that spins to the hand. Majority of the time, evenly does get the job done. And Midbreaker is a huge card versus Tier, because they all target, which is really nice. But now they have a new card that negates summons. So having to open all these blowout cards has always been like a Synchron's like backbone, right? To adapt to any meta, right? Okay, so what are you playing? A build-a-board? Are you playing a backrow deck? So then you side accordingly, or you end up main decking those particular cards based on how prevalent those matchups are. If it's like a tier-driven meta, then you main deck that side deck for that matchup, right? You take the loss versus Sprite because you know that it's much more prevalent to go up against Tier. If you go against a Sprite meta, then you do the same thing. You initiate however you feel. The things that are necessarily good against Tier is not necessarily good against Sprite. Combo is only as good as resilient as it can possibly be. Having cards have synergy with each other, having cards function well, no matter the mid interactions. If you end up on a sequence like 3, example, let's say you get to the Marcher. Let's say Marcher gets negated, but you still have tokens. What does your hand do there? And the cards you've chosen to implement into the main deck. How can that fulfill something, at least? Something decent, because you're playing its meta and you can't be underwhelming. I guess the good thing is that Converter's not dark, Jet's not dark, but Doppel's dark, which is kind of annoying. So they can Bysstial there. Some of our best cards are light and dark. Doppel, Stardust Trail. Those are like half the deck. Like that's like majority of the deck. Like what? I've resorted to playing multiple Stardust Trails because it's an extender that already is meant to function within the deck itself, within the combo line. It doesn't matter if you open it because you have access to so many Stardust Synchrons, so many tunings. If it doesn't resolve, you can summon the trail from your hand instead of his grave if you're in fear of a DD Crow or a Bysstial monster. What happens sometimes is you go overtake, summon, trail, speeder. If you're anticipating the speeder to be negated and you want to follow up and you have Doppel in hand, then this is fine because you can either not search, pitch for Jet, or you can go search, go Converter, search the Stardust that you might have been missing because you didn't summon the Stardust off of speeder, and then you trigger it up off the trail summon and do the Excel line from there. Yeah, so multiple trails, it doesn't seem that much of a crazy thing to settle on because it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't know. What have you guys been trying? If you're not in the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord, and we'll continue the discussion there because we're just trying to solve it because we still want to be able to have some sort of even a slightest chance to have this deck be viable. And of course, you play, other decks are options. It's just you want to attempt and put all the effort into fulfilling something that you feel like, okay, I want to enjoy this and it should be fine. Yeah.